it's just beautiful to have sun and long days. Yeah. Hi there, I'm Nikita and welcome to my channel. I have been living in Germany now for almost 7 years, and there hasn't been one day in my life when I haven't missed India. Like, I do miss my family, my friends, and people I spent my life with back in India. But there are also other things that I do miss almost every second day. I love Germany. That's why I decided to settle down here. I love the peaceful life, the simple lifestyle, the work ethics, the peaceful streets in the evening. I just love Germany. But there are still certain things that time and again hit me, and I feel like, wow, if I would be in India, it would be like this. If I would be in India, I would be doing like this and that. So in this video, I would like to share with you things I miss about India being in Germany. The very first thing that I miss is also very strange, and it is the sudden coming of relatives or guests or friends to your door. Now, in Germany, everybody is writing to you before they are trying to come to your place or before they want to come to your place. Either they will call you or they will message you. They will do whatever, but they will take an appointment before coming. So you already have that in your schedule. I also like that kind of an attitude because you don't know, sometimes you're busy doing something, and that's why you need to always have a schedule in your timetable and in your calendar where you can see, okay, this is the day where I'm meeting with my friends. This is the day where I'm meeting with my parents. This is the day when I'm going out and so on. But there are still certain days when I'm just sitting home and I miss somebody just ringing my doorbell or just knocking on my door and saying, hey, I'm here and let's do something random. Keeping the surprises apart, like birthday surprises or anniversary surprises, usually people here or friends here don't just come and knock your door and come and say, okay, we are here, now let's do something. It is unusual in Germany. It's like a culture thing, and it's also like a typical Indian culture where relatives or friends and family would just come to your door and then tell you, okay, hello, we're standing outside, where are you? Although I like this culture of telling beforehand that let's plan something on that day, I still sometimes miss this because this is what I've grown up with. And I believe even though if you like a certain thing, but you have grown up with a certain thing, then you tend to have this thing that you have grown up with in your habits or in your blood, if I may say, then you tend to miss those things. So I really miss sometimes just somebody knocking at my door and saying, hey, I'm there, let's do something, or let's cook, or just go for a walk out. Another thing I miss very much about being in India are the celebrations that take place when there are festivals. I knew this clearly, like it was really evident to me before I moved to Germany that celebrations like Diwali, Holi, Sankranti, Dhanteras and Navratri and all these things will not be celebrated as much as they are celebrated in India. But I still somehow desperately miss whenever there is Diwali here and I go out and I see the streets are just normally lit. There are no kids running around in dressed like in festive dresses and lighting the diyas or candles or just making sweets at their place. All this stuff that would be normally seen in India. If you are in India and celebrating Diwali, you would see kids running around everywhere on the streets. Everywhere would be loud because people would be shouting like, do this, do that, oh, that place is dark, that place is late, and so on. I do though have a very beautiful Indian community here. They are not my friends. It feels like a family. Actually, they are a family who celebrate Diwali, Holi and tiny festivals. But I would say even if we celebrate, we do our best here. There are certain things that just don't bring that feeling and that depth that would be there if I would be in India. And I understand the reason why there is so much spark in a festival in India is because of the people there and because of the entire aura that's coming from the people. And here, when we try to, as a tiny community, try to celebrate, the spark is missing because we are restricted by certain restrictions here and because not everyone is doing it. I am a big foodie, and that's why I desperately miss street food almost every weekend, I would say. Like each time I go out in a city and I'm hungry and I want to eat something, I do love breads and cheese and different kind of sandwiches they make here and different kind of things they make with patties dough. But I do miss the street food like pani puri, samosa chaat, this bhel puri, this bhaji, and this sandwiches, this matri chaat and the normal chaat, the kachori and samosa. I just so much miss them that we don't have it here. It's not that we don't get samosas or kachoris in Germany. You can easily go to a restaurant, you can order yourself 2 samosas and you get. The problem is the taste is missing. That taste of real street food is just missing. And above that, it's like damn expensive. If you go to an Indian restaurant and you order a samosa, you will pay roughly like 4 to 5 euros and you will just get 2 samosas with certain chutneys. And it's saddening because first of all, you don't really get the taste that you want, and secondly, you pay so much, and third of all, it's not even satisfactory. Another thing that I really miss is the long days that we had in India, and I never really appreciated how beautiful it is to have long days. In Germany, we have shorter days whenever it's winter, so the days go dark around 4 p.m. and the sun rises around 8. So actually the entire day we have with us is just 8 hours, and that too sometimes it's just cloudy, it's not sunny, it's raining or it's snowing, it's just very dull. This is what made me understand when people said, you're going to Germany, just wait until you have the seasonal blues. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna get some seasonal blue. It's just like, it's not hitting me. I'm a very charming person. I love to do things, and I realized when I literally had to get up when it was dark, and when I was coming home it was dark, and during the day it was dark, and for like 3 days it was dark, and I realized, oh my god, I wish I had sun at least an hour a day. And that is something that I really miss, because in India, no matter if it's winter or summer, the summers are definitely sunny, especially in the North India where I'm coming from. Even the winters, roughly almost every day there is 8 hours of sun, like exceptionally when it's extremely cold and it's cloudy. It's just beautiful to have sun and long days. Yeah, I grew up in a place where we had our own veranda in front, and we could just sit there or even sleep outside in the night and just wake up next morning 6 a.m. and then go back inside. I miss this thing here very much, because when I came here I was a student, so I was living in an apartment. Then I moved with my husband here, so I again was living in an apartment, and we do not have any veranda or open big balconies where we can just sit or sleep in the night. That's one thing that I really miss, because when you do such a thing with your family or just your husband or with your friends, you have a completely different experience of a night. When you don't really go to your bed with a blanket and just sleep, instead you go out, you put your mattresses and you just sleep on the floor and you look in the open sky and check out the sky while sleeping, is one thing that I really miss being here, because I grew up doing such things. Like I grew up sleeping on the terrace with my parents, with my sister. We were sleeping outside in the balcony during the day. In winters when it was extremely strong sun, we were just sleeping outside with our blankets on the beds that we could fold, and we were just sitting on chair enjoying sun in the winters. And that is something that I don't really get to have here. I haven't actually done it even once here. I haven't slept outside. I did camping though for 2 nights, but that has a completely different experience. That is something different than sleep in your own house outside in a balcony or a veranda and just enjoy the nature. Parchune ki dukaan, this tiny version of a supermarket, or like say a local shop, actually a shop where you could just go buy lentils, rice and poha, like flaked rice, oats or whatever. That is another thing that I really miss here, because supermarkets are nice, but they have a lot of plastic and a lot of packaging, and they have quantities sometimes that you don't want to buy, but you end up buying because a packet is like that. So I miss Parchuna, because in Parchuna you could just go Just tell them I want 200 grams that dal, lentil, I want 100 grams of rice, I want 250 grams of that, and I want jaggery, and I want this and that. That is unfortunately missing here, although you can go to shops like unverpackt, like the shops without packaging. There you can take your own box. It is a way to support the climate, and it is a way to support no plastic and no waste, but it's not readily available, or it's not like everywhere in each city. Though they are starting to have such shops in Germany, they are not this well spread and they're not available everywhere. Shopping on Sundays is one thing that I think every person who has lived in a country where Sundays are open, like the markets are open, would miss in Germany. Sundays, the markets are closed, and this was one of the biggest cultural shock that I got when I came to Germany. I came on Fridays, so luckily I had 2 days, Friday and Saturday, to go to supermarket and buy stuff, whatever I needed. If you arrive in Germany on Sundays, you're doomed. You cannot go to any shop because supermarkets are closed, malls are closed, shops are closed, except restaurants. Even some restaurants have closed on Sundays, though usually restaurants are closed on Mondays, but Sundays, everything is closed. And in India, on Sunday, you can literally go out until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. the shops will be open. So it was not only a cultural shock for me, but it was also like uncomfortable for me when on Saturdays around like 7 p.m. I realized, oh my god, tomorrow is Sunday and 8 p.m. the shops are closing, so I really had to rush to get my groceries. And on Sundays when I'm just sitting home, I have so much free time, I just could not do grocery shopping because grocery stores were closed. I do love Germany. I am so grateful that I came here and I got this opportunity of settling down here, have a job here, have a nice life here. But I still, like, you know, no matter how beautiful the place you are now, the place where you were born and the time you've spent growing up is the place that will always stay in your heart and you will never forget. And definitely there are things that are there in Germany that are not there in India that I really like, and exactly the other way around. There are things in India that are not in Germany that I miss. I know it's never going to be that I will completely mold into this German lifestyle. I will always, probably until the end of my life, I will have things that I miss about India. I hope you like this video. If you are first time watching any video on my channel, if you like it, press the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon because that's how you will get notified each time I post a video. And let me know what you miss about your country if you're living in a different country than you were born in or you were brought up in. Much love.